So here's another little snippet from that interview by Eleanor Terrett over at Crypto in America, I believe. And she's addressing a recent tweet by Brad Garlinghouse where he says that XRP sits at the center of everything they do. And that's been the same case since I got in. David Schwartz, the CTO, has said the same thing. The chairman of the board, or the CFO, Chris Larson, has said the same thing. No transaction occurs on the XRP ledger that does not require XRP. You need XRP. And although XRPL, the ledger itself, can be utilized for tokenizing real estate, intellectual property, commodities, securities, bonds, etc., they can use other chains because it's interoperable. And as I've mentioned in other videos, there will be some clear winners. There are more than one ISO 20022 coin. So they're going to have to interchange. You have to have interchangeable value and interact with each other seamlessly. And so although I feel XRP is going to be the biggest winner, it won't be the only one. And they recognize that at Ripple. And so that's good. You've got a major company that supports and backs one of the major coins out there in crypto, and the one that is my favorite, XRP. But they recognize the reality of a global economy. There are more than just one player, and that's healthy. So listen to it from his own words, and it's important to point out what he says there. He wants to grow the pie. In other words, let's build this new global financial infrastructure correctly. And he understands and recognizes it won't just be them, but you're still going to need XRP. So keep that in mind. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and bookmark. And don't forget, if you like some of the stuff we do, buy us a coffee. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Until next time, adios amigos.
You recently did say in a tweet, XRP sits at the center of everything Ripple does. Can you kind of explain what you meant by that?
Well, I think I don't understand this, but, well, first of all, I think we can all agree, there's a lot of misinformation and sometimes disinformation in crypto Twitter.
Yeah.
That's not great for anybody. I sometimes think people like to paint a picture that is somehow like Ripple's given up on XRP.
Right.
That just doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, for a whole bunch of reasons. I mean, one is...
Clear it up.
Well, for me, that tweet was trying to, like, let's just be very clear. When we think about, and as I said earlier, when we think about G Treasury, okay, so Ripple wants to be as a treasury management infrastructure player, we now can introduce things like Ripple Payments. Ripple Payments, some of those go through stablecoins, some of them goes through XRP.
Integration.
That depends upon corridor. That depends upon currency pair. That depends. We want to deliver the best possible product to a customer